Joby Handypod. Here's the Joby Handypod. This model is a little harder to find. The ones that are currently on Amazon have a different phone mount. This one is more similar to the Manfrotto mount, and it kind of looks like they just copied it because I believe this came out after the Manfrotto. I've just been playing around with it, and I believe that this Joby is one of the best mobile phone tabletop mounts you can get right now. It was priced under $50, I think, around there. I haven't tried the Manfrotto version, but I've heard pros and cons of both, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this setup here and compare it to, now you say the other Joby, the ones that you always see. It's with these legs, you know, they work out and you could wrap it around things. It's very versatile, but some people have been getting annoyed with the way these legs work. Other people like it. I've gotten used to it. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But this Joby Handypod, as I've been using it, I'm really liking it a lot. So I'm going to have my iPhone 11 Pro here and show you how this works. So first, I'm going to detach it from the tripod base. Then the way this works here is, before I get into that, you have a 1/4-20 on the bottom that screws into the tripod. You have a 1/4-20 on the side to put in an accessory, and you have a cold shoe on the top. Again, very similar to the Manfrotto version. So how you open it, it's locked right now, is you undo this latch, and that engages the spring. Then you put your phone, spring load it, and once that's in there, you lock it and the spring does not move. Then when you want to connect it, go into the bottom, make sure it's tight. You have grip material on the top of the tripod head here, so it grips tighter. And there you go. It does not move. It is incredibly tight, this ball mount. The way you move the ball mount is you push this button here, and when you push it, it engages the ball mount. And you can go to a 90 degree to get a selfie horizontal if you're doing those various Instagram or Snapchat. And if you look closely to the ball mount, you can't see it on camera, but this has material here that lines with some grooves, and that makes it extra sturdier. So it's not just a smooth ball mount here. If you had just a smooth ball mount, it would give over time. But because these have grooves in it, it locks in more. And you have to really push this button to lock it in. But once you do, it is, for at least this phone, it's pretty locked in there. And one of the differences, there's two differences that I read about between these legs and the Manfrottos. One difference is that the Manfrotto does not go a full 90 degrees. The Joby Handypod does. So that's, if you want to go full 90, you got to get the Joby, unless the Manfrotto releases an update. And when you go full 90, there's a lock here where, see right here, these grooves? It's quite smart. This groove here locks you into 90 so that you know you're at a real 90. I thought that was cool. And then the legs flip out just the same as the Manfrotto, but the difference with the legs, this is the second thing that's different, is that it's more shaped for your hand. The Manfrotto is not shaped this way. So you have grippy material, and you can hold it like this, press the button, and do a selfie. You know, you could flip it around. It's 360 degrees. And the way you hold it fits right into the hand. Feels very good, too. And then when you want to put it on a table, flip it out. There you go. On a table. Here's the bottom. There's a looks like some kind of a screw here that you can undo to tighten the ball, I believe. I've seen somebody do that if you want to. And the legs, I was worried that the legs would be a little flimsy, that you would just move it around and it would always just flare out, but it seems to be holding. There's nothing really holding it together. It would have been nice if there were some magnets, a magnet here that would just snap it together like that, but you know, it's fine right now. Holding it this way. Really easy to set up for really it's easy to set up for anybody for this tabletop setup. And it does hold the weight of the phone, at least with my Pro, 11 Pro, which is fairly heavy. Not as heavy as the Max, but this is one of the bigger phones, and it seems to be holding it. I don't know what it's going to be like if you put a light up here, but yeah. So I am digging the Joby Handypod. I'm really glad I purchased it. It seems to be same price range as the Manfrotto. I've seen this a little cheaper. On Amazon, again, it doesn't have this type mount. It has a different type of mount, but the legs, I believe, are the same. And if you're looking for something like this, you know, this is one of the better ones. I highly recommend the Joby Handypod.